anaerobic training versus aerobic training.
Usain Bolt versus Mo Farah. It's very mood. Like, the blue is very This is new, isn't it? This blue
That's
light.
so funny. That's so funny. When we set the studio up today, we were like, "Don't tell Dan there's new lighting." See how long it takes him to notice.
Looking at you and I'm like, he's looking very Smurfy today.
Yeah.
People take like creatine for this reason, is to produce more ATP. In said race, you might see a hill. But because you've never trained at over 210,
You can't do it.
well, you can, but your body just goes, we don't have the energy systems to deal with this. Pull-ups.
Are you going to pull up in the house, Dan?
You could do it off them things on the door.
They look dangerous.
They do look dangerous. I fell off one of them before.
Static stretching before an aerobic sprint.
God.
Your face right
really
now.
Really hold myself back. Just bin. Just can bin it.
Put it in the bin.
Put it in the bin.
Set the bin on fire.
Yeah, and then roll said bin down the hill.
Dan?
Brad?
Mate, good to see you.
And you?
I've got something that's been burning inside me.
Okay.
It's lactate. No, I'm joking.
Right. I'm glad you said lactate, not anything else.
Yes. We've learned about, the historical, how to say it
Burning
wrong.
sensations.
Burning sensation. Isn't lactate in your... I feel like in my thighs, lactate is the worst it ever is or could be. Where else would you get lactate worse than your thigh?
Arms.
Really? Doing
yeah,
what?
like swimming.
See, I don't swim.
So I remember this. I always remember this. Like in your arms, because so with your legs, you always use them, don't you? Like all the time. Walking since you were a dot. Like you've since you could walk, you've used your legs.
Yes.
Obviously, and yeah. If you can, if you're facilitated, some people obviously haven't had that experience, but I'm not trying to. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that.
So what, over disclaim? Yeah.
But when do you ever use your arms?
When I'm eating.
And in the gym. And if you're a builder or a bricklayer or something.
Driving, maybe.
Yeah, driving, but you don't really use them. So when you're screwing a light bulb in, your arms start to burn.
They do.
Yeah, or if you have to hold or if you're painting with your arms over your head. Yeah. So lactate builds in your arms even faster.
Interesting.
So when you swim,
you're kind of getting that burn.
Yeah,
I don't swim enough to even comment. For me, it's when I'm on a bike, I'm getting that burn in my legs. And that's why today I wanted to talk to you about anaerobic training versus aerobic training.
Yeah, okay.
Who needs to use which of those to get the best from their goals for the year, for example?
Yeah,
so
or when it's best to apply it. Because
Correct.
I guess for me, when you brought the topic up, instantly I think Usain Bolt versus Mo Farah. But what you really mean is like, how can you use anaerobic training to complement your aerobic training? Because 90% of the people who listen to this podcast, maybe 99.9%, are going to be aerobic individuals.
Yeah?
I would say so. I don't know many. I mean, obviously, comment and like if you are a sprinter.
How would you define yourself as aerobic? Because can I say that I think that aerobic is prestigious. So I don't think I would say that I'm aerobic.
Oh, you are though.
Yeah, you might say that.
But you are. But like High Rocks is an aerobic event.
Okay.
There are some elements of anaerobic in it. Like if you are doing a doubles, you may do 10 wall balls in 10 seconds, which is hard.
I don't think
almost
you can do
impossible.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. But you might do a 10-second stint and then recover. But that would be anaerobic, but involved in a aerobic event. But because you've rested, maybe depending on how long you've rested for, you could then maybe apply a anaerobic capacity to that element.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But as whole, most things we do above 10, well, anything above like 200 meters is maybe, it's pretty much aerobic.
Okay. So anything more than a 200 meter sprint.
Yeah, because once you come out of like ATP, it's your, I can't remember the system. Once you go into anaerobic, so it's into aerobic oxygenated energy system, you basically are using your aerobic system. Anything over like 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
Yeah.
What is the 400 meter world record?
Yeah, okay, so 400 meters is probably, so
40
400
seconds,
meters.
right?
Yeah, so 400 meters. No, not 400
44.
meters. Something like that, yeah.
44.
44?
41?
Really?
What?
No.
400 meters?
Yeah, but is it that
44?
fast? Yeah, could be.
I reckon it is.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. Yeah, probably right, yeah.
Okay, so maybe even 800 meters.
Yeah, but anything about 90 seconds.
90 seconds or above would
90
be
seconds or above,
aerobic.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm always interested, so from my position, we've said that you and I are quite different, whereas you're really efficient.
It's very mood. Like, the blue is very This is new, isn't it? This
That's
blue light.
so funny. That's so funny. When we set the studio up today, we were like, "Don't tell Dan there's new lighting." See how long it takes him to notice.
Looking at you, and I'm like, he's looking very Smurfy today.
Yeah, we've got new strobe light next to you.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that where the light is?
That's the light,
and it shines that way.
and then we've got 2 lights on the floor, which are firing up. So we've normally got like a green light in here. We've gone for blue.
Oh, okay.
I know. So
watch on YouTube, guys.
Yes,
you're in for a treat.
There is a video on Spotify as well.
Oh,
if
on
you're
Spotify.
on Apple, sorry.
Okay, so we've got some
only.
mood lighting.
Mood lighting, guys.
Mood lighting.
But yeah, so where we've talked before, where you're really efficient and I'm relative, I'm powerful.
Relative, yeah. Relative.
Obviously, it's understanding how I can utilize aerobic to benefit what I'm trying to do. Let's say 5k PB, 10k PB.
Yeah.
Versus anaerobic, and when they should all come together.
Amalgamate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that you said before, I think you famously said to me that you're never just burning fat, you're always burning carbs. So you're never perfectly in one system or another.
Yeah.
Is it different with this? Could you be fully aerobic, fully anaerobic? Is that how it works? Is it literally definitive and you know?
Yeah, but it has to be short.
So anaerobic short?
Yeah.
Okay, how short?
Well, technically anything under like 10 seconds.
Oh, is that short?
10 seconds. Yeah, about 10 seconds.
Jesus, that I didn't realise.
And then as soon as you come out of that, you go into your. I need to remember this, but I will look.
Go on.
I will look.
We're just going to confer with some notes.
Yeah, literally, because I can remember systems, but I can't always remember the exact wording of systems. If that makes sense. There are 3 systems, and I'm terrible at remembering them. I don't apply it enough to use it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not something I always apply. So. I mean, this is terrible. This is proper like almost GCSE-esque.
Why?
That's how these energy systems are proper GCSE.
Okay.
That's what you first learn. So ATP PC, anaerobic glycolysis, and then aerobic oxidative. Oxidative. That's the 3 systems. So it's ATP PC is 10 seconds. Anaerobic glycolytic system is up to 2 minutes. These are like quite basic understandings in terms of like it isn't quite as black and white as that. It's not like 2 minutes and you shut off, and then anything over 2 minutes, basically you're into your aerobic system.
How does that work then? So if my effort stays the same, but my output will drop? Or?
No, yeah, you just won't produce enough ATP for the power. You know, when I talk about being powerful, people take like creatine for this reason, is to produce more ATP. The more like ATP you can produce without going into sort of like glycolysis is like, that's the faster you can go, the more powerful you are.
So is that when, that feeling I was talking about at the beginning where you get that lactate build-up and you lose all your power?
So you won't feel that in 10 seconds.
Okay. I just sometimes do, but...
Yeah, but 10 seconds is quite short.
Okay.
You just won't feel it. Like, realistically, the only thing that's slowing you down within that anaerobic glycolytic system is the build-up of acidosis.
Yes.
So from 10 seconds to 2 minutes...
Yeah, I can maybe
that's
45 seconds.
That's where you feel the burn.
Yeah, it's pain.
And that is like the acidosis building up.
So which system do you use to improve your resistance to that feeling? How do you improve your resistance to that
Train
feeling?
within that system, but for shorter bouts than you're going to perform. So, we still use that system to help our aerobic system. So we still use those. We still do short stuff. Like you literally did 10-second sprints today.
Yeah. They're so fun, by the way.
But you are building fatigue resistance. So to pull it into perspective, if you can maintain a certain power output for 10 seconds, let's say, but it's like a really high power output, you'd hope to think that with training and the right stimulus in the aerobic zones as well, you can produce more power at a lower intensity for longer.
Okay.
So you're applying big power for 30 seconds. You do that. Well, I classically like 30s on, 30 offs, 30 on, 30 offs, 30 on, 30 offs, which are great. They're great for cycling and good for running. We maybe don't apply them to running as much, but cycling's fantastic because it's easier to do, like on a turbo or something.
Yeah.
Really easy to do. So you're over, under. So it's building up that fatigue resistance to these high power efforts. I wouldn't do that specifically to be good at aerobic. so I wouldn't do that. Let's say you only do things like that in a marathon block. It's kind of pointless.
Okay.
Because you're never building that aerobic base.
Okay.
But earlier on in the block where you want to increase your power levels or your speed, let's say, so you're doing like, let's say 200s on, 200s off, 200s on the track, you're really pushing your zone up in terms of the capacity you can hold or speed you can hold, recover quickly and go again, recover. So your body never recovers properly.
No.
So it gets used to those short, high powered bouts of effort, but not enough to go into acidosis where you're being shut down by your body. It's enough stimulus to recruit the muscle fibers and activate the energy system to allow you that if you're doing overpower efforts, that when you start to sort of extend these to more like 2 minutes, you can hold a higher power or a higher speed for a longer amount of time.
Okay.
Because you've been, let's just use an example of 300 watts. You could do 300 watts for 30 seconds, 200 watts, 300 watts, 200 watts, and so on. Obviously, you're not holding that for 2 minutes, but because your body's become really used to doing that and it's adapted to it, you could then look to stretch that out. So you could then hold, I don't know, 240 watts for 3 minutes. And then that then correlates into, well, what can you hold for 20 minutes? Because if you can hold 240 for 10 lots of 3 minutes, well, then for 20 minutes, you might be able to hold 220.
Yes.
So you're always trying to buffer those zones. You always, like when I say to you, it's like power is so important. Because if you just went into the winter or went into a training block and went, I'm just going to just do 20-minute efforts, and I'm going to just use 20-minute efforts to improve my hour efforts. So you could just do so you become really good at like fatigue resistance, because you can hold, let's say, 3 blocks of 20 at 210 watts. But you've got no exposure to higher power. So in said race, you might see a hill. But because you've never trained at over 210,
you can't do it.
Well, you can, but your body just goes, we don't have the energy systems to deal with this. You're going to struggle to get up this hill, and you certainly won't be able to get back down to where you wanted to before. I mean, that's obviously quite black and white, but
you also wouldn't have a kick at the end.
Exactly. Little things like that. Yeah, there's no depth to your system, but you're really efficient.
So my basic understanding of that is it's like a conditioning of you're kind of lactate conditioning.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's absolutely right, yeah.
And yeah, I feel like when I go away from those training efforts, when I was doing lots of aerobic stuff for the marathon, I was going a bit soft, Dan.
Yeah, it does make you soft. I
was really soft. I went to a HIIT class, high rocks class, and I thought, what has happened to my effort?
Tough.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard. Like I'm springy.
But you've had no exposure for 8 weeks of those efforts because you've been but that's why they call it micro blocks, macro blocks. It depends, it's like your micro, meso, macro for training. So I don't believe, like back in the day, you used to do like meso, micro, macro, meso cycles where you go like, this is overarching goals, so we're going to do like 3 months, 6 month goals, and you really break your year up, and they reckon you can peak twice. But now everybody knows so much about energy systems that you can kind of dive back into these things over 12 weeks or even 8 weeks and just do mini ones to peak for different races or to change your stimulus throughout. So like with you've built all that aerobic base, which makes you fit, on a basic term.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, I'm really fit. So I've got this really good dense mitochondria and the ability to shift out lactate. Now I've got to become accustomed again to having lactate in my system. So I'm going to go dive back into like lots and lots of short bursts. So then that means my body become accustomed to getting higher power. But because I'm now fitter or more aerobic, that means that I've got the capacity to be able to layer on top of this and become even more powerful.
Let's hope that happens then.
Let's hope that happens.
But no, that all makes sense. I definitely feel like
I feel like it's not in my head. I feel like it's hard to paint that picture.
No, it makes total sense. Okay. Like I say, it's like a conditioning thing. That you go soft, you do your aerobic, and then you need to go back and train.
Because there are some people who are really good at marathons, and that's all they ever do. and they just become really efficient at just over marathon pace, just under marathon pace, just over, just under. That's where they stay. They do a lot of their easy runs a bit harder because they want to be closer to their marathon pace, because they want to be really efficient in zone 2 and 3. And they don't do any top end work because it can become too taxing. Okay. So they want to continue their miles. So they want to run a lot, but they want to run quite quick. They want to run quite quickly. And they also don't.
You need a protein coffee, Dan.
I do, yeah. Really, just get some sharpness into me. And they don't want to go over because they know that's too taxing and they'll be fatigued from it. So they stay. A lot of their training becomes in and around marathon pace. It makes them really efficient.
But they'd get smoked in the 5K, for example.
Yeah, they would have no
kick.
Yeah, no legs in the 5K. Because their energy system, so their exposure to different energy systems is just minimal.
And so do you measure things like this in heart rate zones, like you said? So
I'd say it's the easiest way to measure it.
So anaerobic zone is the top end, top.
Yeah. So, but then a lot of the time, it's being fresh enough to get into that zone. It's really, and that's tough because people might be like, this is my maximal effort. But is it?
How would that?
Because you might be running, I don't know, you got a full-time job, you run 100 miles a week. It's not a lot of people who do that, but there are not many opportunities in that week where you're going to be fresh. And to really go anaerobic, you need to be fresh. Because if you're not fresh, you'll never really reach your peak. Okay. You know, when you're fatigued, or when you've got a cold or a bit of illness, you're fatigued or something's putting a dampen, like it's a dampener on your heart rate zones. So you can't go into those top end zones, but it feels hard. You know, like with you were probably tired from the marathon block and you hit that class, you couldn't get in your top end zones because there was like this fatigue.
Yes.
So it's actually, you almost have to freshen up by doing less volume. This is why doing volume and intensity at the same time is really hard.
Yeah, I'd say this week's been lower, and then today I was able to explode a bit.
Yes, and it was better. It's not best, but it's better than it's been.
Yeah. Okay, I think that makes sense.
But
it's just sad about it, Dan.
It's just I'm just that makes sense. It's just depressing. But then it's a case of lowering the fatigue to higher the power output.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It just felt like especially doing the bike stuff, the power, the intensity of the pain in my legs was just fast. Yeah,
but then there is that lack of exposure for you in cycling. So instantly...
So I was asking you about heart rate zones. You looked at me like a proper noob, but I didn't understand that what zone 5 on a bike is not the same as zone 5 on a run.
Not always, no. Like
that's hilarious.
Mainly due to your exposure on the bike. Like, don't get me wrong.
I can't get above like 170 heart rate.
So there'll be people out there who are the same.
Okay.
But pro cyclists can do it because their exposure is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles a week on a bicycle. So their heart rate zones on the bike will be really high.
I'm literally swinging on the bike like this.
But that's
trying to get my legs going. And I can't go faster, mate.
But that's efficiency. That's so just muscle that's just like adaptation to the sport, isn't it? That's exposure to the actual sport.
But then when I build tolerance, my body starts using that lactate as fuel, right?
Yeah.
And it can cycle that through. There's a ceiling to that too.
It depends again on the effort, like how many minutes or how many seconds you want the effort to be.
Yeah.
Because if it's 10 seconds, it's maximal effort. You're not going. You're trying to produce a lot of lactate.
Yes.
That's the kind of the deal.
Yeah.
But not enough to then go into acidosis. So you're not holding it for long enough where it hurts the body.
Whereas 45 seconds.
Yeah, you're sort of like. Yeah. But then if it's a maximal effort for 45 seconds, that will be too much.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
But I would say a minute is too much. We're talking maximal. Now, don't forget, maximal is the maximum, the all-time max. It's very rare anyone does that for a minute.
No, I couldn't.
It's impossible, especially if you know you've got 10 efforts. Your brain instantly kicks in and says, we're not doing 10 at this. It's impossible.
Yeah, you have to. It's self-preservation, right? Your body looks ahead.
Your brain is smarter than you realise. It will stop your body.
It depends on how much rest effort there is after. If it's only...
It does, yeah.
If it's 45, no, I'm taking it easy.
Yeah, for sure.
If it's 10 seconds, 4 minutes, then great, I just chill out.
Yeah, but that's different again, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because your body's like, no, we can do that. We got 4 minutes after,
Yeah.
and it's only 10 seconds, so it is an all-time maximal effort. We want to really hit that ATP system.
I definitely got off the bike a bit wonky the first time I did it. I definitely tried to push it and it hurts.
Yeah,
I'm definitely.
fair.
Oh, you'd laugh at me, I think, if you saw me actually doing it. So if like most of our listeners, they work full time, they've got a few hours a week to train, and they've got either a 5K to do, 10K to do, or training for a half marathon, a marathon. What would you suggest they do in their couple of hours a week to get the max out of these two training systems?
That's how long they got to train. 2 hours.
4.
Oh, 4 hours.
Sorry.
Okay. So like
4 hours-ish a week. Is that
4
average?
runs.
4
yeah,
runs a week?
4 or 5 runs. I guess that's 5 runs. Yeah, I guess 5 runs a week. Is it average? Probably not average.
I'd
is
say
it?
that's depending on how people train. 4 training sessions.
I'd say 4 runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 runs is probably about what you get. Yeah. Let's
start with people
how
that do
good is
short distance.
anaerobic training in that?
Yeah,
is basically what we're saying.
Yeah, for 5K, 10K.
Yeah.
Or half marathon.
I mean,
marathon.
before I say anything, it's so case by case.
Okay.
You know, you could have someone who's extremely like yourself.
Yeah.
You're still very largely like a power athlete in terms of your sort of like your VLA max is way better than your VO2 max.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So realistically for us, we're always trying to swap that compromise between the VLA max and the VO2 max and pushing your VO2 max up. So for you, I'd be like a couple of easy runs, like just generally easy as long as you can. And then you're hitting like your threshold. So we're looking at 3 minute, 4 minute efforts of trying to really push your VO2 max up.
Okay.
So really hitting sort of zone 4 without blowing up. We'd want them to be consistent. So above goal pace, which is, I don't know, let's just say 20 minutes. So obviously we know that that's 4 minute K.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're looking at, realistically, we're trying to go like 340 for those 4 minutes. Something like that.
Yeah.
Where you're holding.
That would definitely be zone 5.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, but might not. Might.
At the end, it would be in zone 5.
Yeah.
The average might not be, but the end.
Yes, and you'll feel like it is. Your heart rate zone would be in zone 5, is what you're saying.
Definitely.
Yeah, but then that means you then control the effort a little bit and you come down. But don't forget, sub 20 for you is like
Max.
It's probably not there yet.
It's not again. No.
But like it could be there. Like it's an aspirational target.
To go back there.
Yeah, to go back there. Yeah, of course it is.
No, it's on the Strava now. I don't need to do it again.
It's on Strava. It's true. But that's the kind of efforts you do.
Yeah.
I would say so. It's better. But then someone like myself who has a really good aerobic base and maybe be able to do like 21 minutes quite comfortably, it's like, okay, well, how are we going to attack this? For me, I'd probably say I want more like 1 minute efforts, 45-second efforts, some more like 300s, 200s, 400s on the track, shorter efforts to bring my VLA max up.
Interesting.
Because I'm lacking that speed, that spark, that pace, really, the leg turnover. It might be that I'm too efficient when I'm running. So actually my body there's no raw power. So it's
but relative again.
But relative. So it's
for lots of people, you'd still be flying.
Yeah, but unfortunately you know me too well, so you know my paces already.
Yeah.
So but I'm saying if I'm a 21 minute, yeah, so I'm efficient. I run lots, or I run 4 times a week and I just do 65 minutes at zone 2. It's like, wow, you've got a natural ability and maybe you've got a slightly higher VO2 max, but actually you're lacking that turnover and that pace, so we need to bring that in.
So it literally doesn't matter what race you're doing, it's more about where your starting point is.
Yeah, it's always about where your starting point is, yeah. Because I could just give someone a generic plan and then it would just be like useless, really. Because I could just say, do 2 easy runs, 10 by 3 minutes, and do some 2 by 10 minutes at sort of just at goal pace. And it's like, well, yeah, I don't struggle with that. I'm really good at that. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be the issue. I'm quite efficient there. Yeah, I can run that pace for 3 minutes quite easily, but I can't go over it. I really struggle over it or something like that. It's case by case. It's hard.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I do get it.
It's about where like you said, where you're coming from. That's a big thing. Where you're coming from.
This podcast is brought to you by A1 Physique. Now, all throughout these episodes, you'll hear Coach Dan and myself talk about the importance of recovery for your training. Nothing better than collagen for instant recovery from really intense workouts. Ligaments, tendons need repair. And by encompassing this in a morning daily coffee, it becomes the easiest supplement to add into your daily routine. Available from our website, free shipping, and each cup is giving you 21 grams of that nourishing collagen protein coffee, perfect for athlete recovery, and endorsed by Coach Dan himself. What would you say is a way that you might test to see how efficient a runner is at the start in terms of aerobically? Or can someone do it themselves? What's the test that they do?
Oh, that's a good question. Good test. Mile.
A mile. The
Yeah.
magic mile.
The magic mile. I'd say so.
Okay.
What heart rate you get up to? Like a fresh mile.
So you're fresh, you've done your warm-ups, you're going for a mile, you had your energy gels and your protein coffees.
A good 90 minutes before.
Yeah. And then you go for your magic mile. What is that telling you? So let's say someone goes out and does 6 minutes 10.
Okay, what's the heart rate?
180.
That's good. Age? I'm just joking.
I don't know.
I'm just
30, I don't know.
30. Well, realistically, 180 is quite high, isn't it? That's good.
It's zone 5,
So you can get your heart rate high. You run 6 minutes. The problem is, it's like, okay, you run 6 minutes, but what's the goal?
I don't know. 7 minutes
See,
in a
it's
marathon,
hard. It's
maybe.
case by case, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
So it's case by case. What are they running 5? They want to run 5k?
Marathon.
A marathon. Okay, so they're 6 minute mile and 180 beats a minute. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's good. A marathon. They want to. What's their capacity in a marathon?
Yeah.
The one thing is they're running 6 minutes, 180 beats a minute. So we know that their capacity to hold a high heart rate. To break it down real simple, is you're trying hard.
Yeah,
they're trying hard. They can suffer. Yeah, they can suffer. So really, we go, okay, let's dial that back. Let's go. What are they then doing for like 140 beats a minute? Well, if they're running 6 minutes a mile, and then the breakdown of they're running this at 140 beats a minute, so they're like easy runs. They're running 8 minutes a mile.
8.5 probably. Yeah.
8.5.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, it depends. But then that's where you start seeing the zones.
Okay.
So then they run 8 minutes a mile. You're like, oh, okay. So their top end isn't that far from their bottom end. So that makes them really quite efficient. Maybe not powerful, but they're quite efficient.
Yes.
So then they go, okay, well, a marathon, let's say. So for 150, they might be able to run like 7 minute miles. Maybe. No, it wouldn't.
7:20, 7:30?
Yeah, something like that. You just kind of break it down, don't you? And then you kind of see, okay, actually, turns out they've got no top end, but they're really in here. You know, okay, and that's fine. Or you go, okay, for 140 beats a minute, you're running 10 minutes a mile. And you're like, oh, okay. So actually, that was maximal effort. Pure maximal. They got nothing left in the tank, which is great. But actually, 10 minutes a mile to 6 minutes, they've got a really good top end, actually.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so, okay, that means their marathon, let's add 20 beats on. It might be like 8 minute miles. Okay, that's like 3:30, something like that.
Yeah,
per
probably.
marathon. Yeah, so you're like, okay, that's where you are at the moment. That's where you try and break it down that way. You normally have so they do a mile, and that'll give you an idea of where your sort of like, your maximal effort might be. Because it's only short, isn't it?
4 laps.
Yeah, 4 laps. It's a mile. So that then gives you an idea of your almost like a maximal power output.
Yeah, it's not max because it's aerobic for most people, right?
But then but it's aerobic. Yeah, in terms of being aerobic.
Yeah.
Not like 10 seconds.
No.
But like that, and then a 400 meter would be good. So you do a mile and then do a 400 meter effort. And then you're like, okay, so 400 meters. Well, you do 400 meters in 40 seconds. World record.
Sign that person up, mate.
But then you go, so you've got an amazing VLA max. Your top end is like crazy good, but you do a mile in 6 minutes. So you're not very efficient.
Yes. Got it.
Yeah, so you need quite a bit of information, but then it's nice to go, okay, so that's your mile. This is where I'm at, but then actually, where's the rest of my life sort of? Where's the rest of my training fit in?
Okay.
So you do need a bit more, but I'd say that's a good benchmark. It's better than going to do 5k, isn't it? Like, it's easier to recover from.
Yeah, I just thought it would be like a linear thing. Like if you're running faster with lower heart rate, more aerobic. Generally.
Yeah, generally it is. Yeah, but I know people who are really good at running marathons at like a low heart rate, but then when it comes to Charlie Joyner at the weekend won Kroll 10k.
Won it. What a legend. Well done, Charlie.
He's a really nice guy. It was his first ever 10k 2 years ago, actually.
I mean, that's God-given talent, then, isn't it? Come on.
He works hard. He does work hard.
I'm not saying. Oh, sorry, not saying he doesn't work hard, but he's come in with some mustard.
He's come in with some ability. The guy who came second did a 2:38 marathon.
Okay.
Charlie cannot run a 2:38 marathon.
Interesting.
There you go. Good example. Efficient, or efficient, but with maybe poor thresholds.
Yes.
Or the zones aren't quite like complete.
What's the sexiest? So like, let's say, like when you think about athletes in their divisions, right? And you think, would you rather have Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi? Yeah. So if you're going to build your athlete, what's the sexiest?
Like really good touch and like low balance, or like really good at like explosive power and free kicks and headers and stuff like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. But poor attitude and get sent off. Do you know what I mean? Kicks the ball away. Or low key lifestyle.
That's it. But what's the best? What if you could pick the attributes for an athlete? What would they be?
Is it got to be like 10k and half marathon? Surely.
I think so, isn't it?
Yeah, marathon's great. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like it's great, but
it's its own thing, isn't it? So
yeah, you almost see your own athlete. But that's where because with a 5k, 10k and a half marathon, they're very close together.
Okay, just double.
A little bit, yeah. That's quite close.
Yeah.
There is I really wish I reference this a lot, so I should know the percentage increases, but it's not that much between 5k and half marathon. Whereas half marathon and a marathon, it's more.
Of course it is.
Because it's only K. Obviously, we'll do K. 16k.
Yeah.
Well, there's 21k difference between a half marathon and a marathon. That's a lot.
Yes.
So your threshold is completely different.
So if we exclude that, then
I'd say marathon's like almost over here, like completely out
on its own.
It's on its own. It's in a different universe.
I'm retired from marathon as well, so we do have to talk about that.
But you quite enjoy half marathon?
I think I would even more so having done the marathon.
Probably, yeah.
Because then I think,
but my God, that was
did
half marathons without really sweating too much about distance when it comes to running.
What do you mean?
In terms of pre-marathon,
yeah,
you would just do a half and wouldn't really be worried. Based off current training, you wouldn't change too much.
No.
Whereas with the marathon, you were like, I actually have to run further.
Yes, I do.
I have to make a conscious effort that on a Sunday morning, I need to
give up 3 hours of my life. Yeah,
literally give up my life.
And it's boring.
Not just the 3 hours. You got the prep. You got the post.
Yeah, true.
So I'd say that half marathon and below is sexier as a runner.
But what are the attributes that you think? So let's say you said Charlie's clearly got a kick and he's got power. He's not as efficient as number 2. So
he's got good. So I would say like half marathon and below, you can mix in a bit of anaerobic stuff.
Yeah.
Bit of threshold stuff.
It's quite fun to do.
Yeah. Outie 2, really good for it. Short efforts, longer efforts. Don't really have to worry too much.
Hills?
Yeah, hills, power. But then I'd say that you still could do with them for marathon.
Okay.
Marathon, you almost want to ignore the top end stuff a little bit. You don't have to ignore it, and it's still important. But when we say top end...
Relative top end.
Yeah,
because Saway's running 240, 250 pace.
Yeah, which
That's
is
top end from everyone else.
Most people, yeah. But he probably hasn't done a 30-second effort for a long time.
No.
What's the relevance?
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't really make much difference. What's the point?
Yeah, true.
Like, I can't imagine he would run many 200s. I mean, I'm completely wrong. I might have absolutely no idea about his training, but I can't imagine he's doing 10 by 200s on track.
No.
Whereas a 5k athlete would do 10 by 200s on track, for definite. Maybe in the morning, and in the evening they might even do like a double threshold. They might do 5 by k. So you've got that.
If you're into 5k, you've got to like pain, haven't you? Really?
Yeah, I've got to love pain, but you need to also train the pain.
Train the pain.
Train the pain.
Is that a T-shirt that we should launch?
Probably. Train the pain.
Ask the coach. Train the pain.
Train the pain is quite good.
Train the pain.
Yeah, I would say that and even with 10k, you could have similar. High rocks would be similar, wouldn't it?
Explosive.
Yeah, but also with that threshold linked in because it's an hour. Maybe a bit more, depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, or less if you're even faster.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest mistake is that people make when they're trying to sort of self-coach?
Not thinking about their weaknesses.
Okay. Have you got an example? So example X, Fred.
Fred. What's Fred's? Give me Fred's profile.
Okay. Fred.
Should we make Fred's profile up together?
Go for it.
Fred's profile is he does park run every week.
Okay.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Quite classic. Always does a Sunday long run, and then he does 2 other runs in the week. He goes to the track with his mates on a Wednesday, and he does an easy run the Monday. What's his weaknesses? So Fred runs park run every week max,
Which is all out.
which is all out, and he's been at 20 minutes for 2 years. On the track, he always tends to do 400s with the guys because they love 10 by 400s. And on a Monday night, he runs it whatever, and a Sunday just runs as far as they run. It's the same every week, but he tries really hard on a Wednesday, so it's always short efforts. So Fred's weakness is he doesn't do anything above and over like 90 seconds. So he always lives in that sort of like analytic glycolytic system when he's training. So he doesn't stretch out. He doesn't really touch out T2. So like he doesn't spread his efforts to like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, even 6 minutes.
And that's critical.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, it's critical. If you want to break your 20-minute mark.
Okay.
So if you neglect some kind of training principle, so really Fred lives in zone 5, zone 2. That's about it.
And you need to train those other zones.
Yeah, I massively, I believe. Yeah, and if you don't, there's no way because your body just skips a bit. Like back in the day, 80-20 was really popular. So like 80% like real chilled, 20% really powerful. It does really work for some people, but I'd say it only really works for those naturally powerful sort of athletes who don't need to concentrate so much on the middle ground.
Okay.
And it might be that 80% is already the middle ground and they don't work on their lower end stuff.
Yeah, not running slow enough.
So
actually,
so really they might just be like, I'm going to live in here, which is like zone 2, 3, and then they do like zone 5. So actually they're almost doing it anyway, accidentally. Where some people might take that as 80-20, like really easy, like super easy, like where they don't break it out of zone 1.
And there's no adaptation there, really.
Yeah, because you're just building that aerobic capacity, so you'll get fitter, but it's slower.
Okay.
And then you might just hit your top end, but then if you're only doing minute efforts all the time, you're not going to gain that much. People might disagree with me, and that's why opinions matter, because it's good. Coaches coach different ways, but I'm a big fan of train the individual, train the athlete, think about their profile. You know, you have to make a profile. I don't know, like a dating profile.
Oh God, where's this going?
I don't know. But like if you have a dating profile and people are looking through someone's dating profile and they just keep talking about coffee, what you like coffee, what's your favourite things, I like to go for coffee, what's your dislikes, anyone who doesn't like coffee, there's a bit you're lacking a bit of depth in your in your profile. Similar.
You had an experience, Dan, that we don't know that.
No, I'm just trying to give you an example. But yeah.
Okay. And then so at the end of this show, I'm going to take you through a quick fire win or in the bin, and you can say whether you think this suggestion is a winner or a binner.
Okay.
But before then, I wanted to just ask you a question. Is there anything that you think I've not asked you today that I should ask you to get a better understanding?
It's a good question. I would say it's hard to say anaerobic versus aerobic in terms of an endurance athlete.
You're ruining the thumbnail right now, but go on, carry on.
No, not hard, but it's largely that a lot of endurance athletes won't really ever touch the anaerobic zone.
Because their event doesn't require it? Or
Because it doesn't require it, but that doesn't mean you should neglect it.
Okay.
Because realistically, it's where the power is generated. When, other than running, might you apply said anaerobic efforts?
What do you mean, sports-wise?
Yeah, like to complement triathlon, running, cycling.
On a bike, you mean? Do you know what you mean?
In the gym.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. That's all right.
Oh, so you mean like when you do like a box jump?
Exactly.
Like explosive stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Plyometric stuff,
So it's the same. It's the same principle. It's quick. It's 2 seconds. Okay, so don't treat that as like a common mistake is you go in the gym as an endurance athlete and you want to get like a sweat on. You know, like you want to feel like you're working hard. It happens all the time. You know, when I have athletes, they're like, I didn't really feel like I worked hard in the gym. And I'm like, yeah, but did you do what's on the plan? Yeah, exactly how I need to, like, it's perfectly. And I was like, that's exactly what you need. You don't go in the gym to train your aerobic system. You go in the gym to get powerful, to get strong. You know, it's 5 reps of as heavy as weight as possible. Now, but they're explosive reps. They're not slow reps. They're explosive. They're not going to take you longer than, I mean, it could be 10 seconds. It could be 10 very quick kettlebell hammer curls.
Yes.
Probably 10 seconds for 5 reps. I wouldn't say it's that much more.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be, shouldn't it, really? Smack it up, down. Smack it up, down. Smack it up, down. That's about 10
I was
seconds.
just going to let you do that for the rest of the show. Yeah.
But that's still your anaerobic system. So it doesn't mean you have to apply it to running.
Okay. So you're training that in the gym as well.
Yeah, because actually that's critical, because you are gaining a powerful frame
Yes.
to allow you to carry your aerobic system through your said event. I think that's underestimated.
Okay.
But that's not trying to add more load to people's lives, because you can do it. You can do it at home. You can do it non-weighted. There's things you can
Pick up
do.
your child and do a squat.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, or you could just do a box squat or a jumping squat.
Yeah, jump.
Yeah,
Jump
jump
squat,
squat,
probably
things
the
like
best
that.
one.
Push-ups.
Yeah, jump lunge is a bit.
Yeah,
of a,
jump lunge, push-ups,
brutal.
pull-ups.
What are you going to pull up in the house, Dan?
You could do it off them things on the door.
Yeah, they look dangerous.
They do look. I fell off one of them before.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
people I'm sure
Yeah.
have.
What else could you do? But yeah, those things. Even those things are enough. Like, you know, lunge jumps, squat jumps, push-ups. That's if you did that properly, you did that 3 times each, times 5, and you had big rests in between. Rests are important because you want to get your ATP systems come back, and that takes about 90 seconds.
And then you
10
go
seconds,
again.
90. 10 seconds, 90. Yeah, take your time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Appreciate that, Dan. It's good insight.
thanks.
Ready for win or bin?
Let's go.
Okay, so these are quick fire. Let me know if you think win or bin. When you've only got 20 minutes to train, just train in zone 2.
Win.
You think so?
100%.
Okay.
It's not long enough to get warm. Do you need an explanation, or just not bothered?
Yeah, I mean, go for
Okay.
it.
It's impossible to actually, you know, that whole like 5-minute warm up, 5 on, 5 off, 5-minute cool down. Your body's not ready.
Okay, so just 20 minutes. zone
More
2.
injury risk than anything else.
Okay,
Yeah.
so win. Static stretching before an aerobic sprint.
God,
Your face
to
right
really
now.
hold myself back. Just bin. We're just gonna bin it.
Put it in the bin.
Pull it in the bin.
Set the bin on fire.
Yeah, and then roll said bin down the hill.
Okay, cool. Please don't do that.
No,
That's a
because
joke.
that's like
That's
quite dangerous.
illegal. Yeah. Using carbon plated shoes for an easy run.
Oh, there's a lot of people who would say terrible for that, but to be honest, I think you need to get used to carbon shoes. You have to use them
On an easy run?
Yeah, I mean, use them. Like, use them because your body needs to adapt to them. I probably made the mistake of not using mine enough for the marathon, and my calf wasn't great for a couple of weeks.
Nothing to do with the 5K the night before, but yeah.
2 nights before. No,
If I'd done that, Dan.
it was all a combination. It was a
Okay.
mountain pot of your
So carbons win or bin
uh
for easy runs.
because
Oh.
bin, just to be normal, just to be good.
Fasted interval training for marathon prep.
But it in.
I'm just basically trying to piss you off.
Yeah, I
Yes.
like it. Fasted should be banned.
Double threshold days for a hobbyist runner.
Oh, okay. The problem is we don't know enough about them.
Hobbyist, it's just an expensive hobby.
Basically, they just run twice a day.
Twice a week, but that on the same day.
They only bin.
Bin. Okay. Skipping a cool down after a max effort 5K.
Oh, it's fine. It would just hurt the next day.
It's just going to be. Will it
just-
affect adaptation at all?
A little bit, yeah. You just
Slow
don't-
it down?
Yeah, probably because you've got so much lactate still resting.
So you
in
want
your
5-10
body.
minute cool down? Something like that?
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
easy run then.
Easy running, just
Okay.
easy running.
So bin.
Bin.
Got it. Okay.
It happens a lot though after park run, I bet.
I bet. People just walk and get a cake, sit down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be me. Training to feel or RPE instead of using a heart rate monitor.
No, I'm a big fan.
You like it?
Win.
Is that because you're old school, or
No,
I love the chorus band. I'd never take it
Yeah,
off now.
no, and don't because
Okay.
it's brilliant. But training to feel is also very important.
Okay. If I trained today to feel, I'd have gone faster.
Okay, probably. But is that then holding you back?
Probably.
Wow, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad.
Why?
I guess because I'm not running in zone 2, I'm running in zone 3.
Yeah, but what about if you do the harder stuff, Bella? Because you're like, oh no, my heart rate's like gonna go so high.
Oh, I don't even care about the top end. I just love it.
So that's RPE.
All right, fine. I'll try the next one after you, yeah? You'll be like, Brad, slow down, stop. Doing a heavy squat session the day before a long run.
That could be a win.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you could carry the fatigue in.
Good. That's good training. Like
Yeah,
a
it can
compromise
be. Yeah,
run almost.
almost. Yeah,
Okay.
could be.
Do you prescribe much compromise running?
Only to high-works athletes.
Okay. So I'll take that one on. Taking on carbs during a run that's less than 60 minutes.
Win.
Yeah, good. When would you take it?
When you need it. Do not fear carbs.
Do not feel carbs. We've actually got a podcast partner, Protein Rebel. They do a great gel. To be fair, I'm not gassing.
No,
I use these.
It is good, yeah.
Maple Ignite back in stock.
Oh, right. These are the ones that you like.
These are bangers.
Have they sent you more?
They're so good.
These are new?
Yeah.
They look pretty fresh.
Take one. So, yeah, ask the coach 15% off these. I've probably got
110 grams of sodium. It's good, that.
Yeah, I take that.
That's perfect 40 minutes into your 60-minute run.
That's what I do it about 30.
Yeah.
So then I'm getting the effects at 40-ish.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, but yes, grab those guys, get yourself a discount. They are fantastic. Just
there
taste
you
like
go.
maple syrup. So, high intensity intervals on race week.
Yeah, critical.
Good.
Fire that body up.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the caveat in terms of the length of intensity? It's not like you're not going to do the 4 minutes.
I would say it's the how far away from the race.
Tuesday and you're racing on Saturday.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, do what you want.
All right. Good.
Don't go crazy.
So win.
Win.
Final answer. Thanks very much.
You just need to rest as well before it.
Banking miles on a run. Banking them.
Banking them.
Because you missed a run in the week. So doing a bit longer on the... So let's say you missed an hour session, so 10-ish K, 12K, and then so you just do an extra
You
8.
double up.
Almost.
You double up. Terrible.
Bin, right?
Bin.
Diminishing returns on that run.
Yeah. I mean, no, because it is there's always good returns if you run for further. Like, load is great.
Okay.
However, it depends on if you've then not ran for like 4 days.
And you just go blast
And you
out
just
20K.
go and ran 20. Yeah, it's not great.
Okay. So bin.
Bin.
All right. Coffee/caffeine before late evening anaerobic track. I think I know what you'll say.
Win.
Yeah, you love it.
Quality of session.
Bang. And
Every
then
time.
Bang, yeah.
Every time. Quality of session.
I've been playing around with coffee a bit and I feel like I metabolize it quick.
You winning?
I think I'm winning.
I feel like there's too much hype about the coffee late in the day.
Too much concern
Yeah.
about sleep.
Yeah.
Maybe it affects certain people more.
100%. Yeah. But does it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Might be just the anxiety of living in this.
But then if they don't train, I think it does affect them.
Yeah, because you sort of metabolize it more because you're
Yeah,
working it off.
because your heart rate's higher and you get the low anyway after training, so you probably just go to sleep when
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. A total rest day instead of having active recovery.
Depends case by case, but
You don't do rest days, do you, Dan?
active recovery is good.
So bin.
Yeah, probably.
Keep active recovery.
Yeah.
Running through a niggle to finish your peak aerobic week. So
No.
you've got
Don't run. Don't run.
Take 2 days off.
Take 2 days off.
Don't
Run.
run through that niggle.
Get
in the bin.
Get in the bin.
Tracking your HRV to decide if today should be anaerobic.
Win.
Yeah.
Yeah, good HRV means good session normally.
Okay. And if it's low,
Depends how key the session is. If it's that key, don't look.
you got to do it anyway. I don't look on race day anymore. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it. I just got to get on with it.
Bagachi never looks on race day.
There's no point. You
Yeah.
told me that.
Yeah.
And it went straight in. I was like, yeah, never look.
Yeah, never look.
'Cause
Not on race day. What's
what-
it going to change?
Yeah, nothing. You're going to race
it's
anyway.
going to be negative no matter what. If it's too good, you run too fast. And if it's too bad, then you run too slow.
Yeah, I think it might affect. You might get in your head early.
I agree.
Last one.
Yep.
Nose only breathing during a moderate aerobic run.
That's a waste of time. Bin.
Pointless, right?
Yeah, pointless.
I want to tell you a quick funny story on that. Just
Okay.
to finish then. So
You passed out during the run.
I died. Yeah, I'm actually not here. When I first got into running, bear in mind I knew nothing. I had like the cheapest Fitbit, and I just like, yeah, just go for a jog around the
Just
river.
going to run.
I was obviously really unfit. I could barely run to the lamppost. I could do 20 seconds and I'd be walking.
Yeah.
Not 20, maybe 40 seconds.
20
and I'd be
seconds
walking.
anaerobic.
Basically zone 5. And I obviously built over time. This is COVID times because you just run every day. I'd be able to, do 2K and then stop and then
Yeah.
3 and then 5. And so I got to the point where I could run 5K and I knew I could run 5K. But then I set myself the challenge of not opening my mouth for no reason at all. In my head, it was like, oh, you must be fitter because you don't have to breathe as much. So I just, but be dead. Like I'd be dying, sweating. but it felt like I was achieving something.
Because it was like a goal. You said proved it to yourself.
Rather than going, I'm just... So it did prove I was fitter, I think, but it's sort of not a good thing to do.
Don't they claim, or isn't it a claim, that if you breathe through your nose, you open your lung capacity more?
No, basically, if you breathe through your nose regulates the temperature of the air, and your body can use that air immediately.
Yes, because you have to heat the air up.
Or cool it, depending on how hot the air
fair,
is.
yeah, okay.
It's got to be at a
cold
temperature.
air, sorry, yeah. I'm thinking cold air.
So your nose is already attuned to basically direct the heat, whereas your mouth can't do that. So it's more efficient to breathe through your nose.
That's good.
But obviously volume, like you can suck in more air through your mouth, can't you?
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
No,
like to know.
You can't imagine Sare was breathing through his nose.
I mean, don't even look. He was trying, mate. He was just chilling.
Just chilling.
Have you heard? Is that the most ridiculous story you've ever heard in terms of running goals? Have you got a better one?
It's definitely not the most ridiculous one.
That means you've got a story. Dan.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any stories.
You don't want to tell one?
I haven't got any. Not at the moment. No. Not in my brain. I'm just trying to think. I got lots of running stories. I got all sorts of running stories.
I want people to comment on this video to say if you've got anything as silly as I did. Where try and run a 5k without opening your mouth.
Yeah.
But let us know.
I'm sure there's silly stories.
It's got to be. Dan, it's been a great session, mate. I've learned loads, and we'll do it all again next week. Thanks for your time.
Sounds good, mate.